Have you ever noticed how some people can walk into a room full of strangers and leave with inside jokes, shared plans, and new numbers in their phone, while others leave with the same silence they walked in with? Not because they didn't try. Not because they didn't care. But because something invisible tightened inside them the moment connection became possible. In psychology, this struggle isn't a personality flaw or a lack of charm. It's often a quiet battle between the need to belong and a nervous system that learned long ago that closeness can be dangerous. And once you understand why the mind does this, the question is no longer, what's wrong with me? It becomes something far more revealing. Struggling to make friends is rarely a simple matter of social awkwardness or shyness. At its core, it often traces back to early experiences of attachment and safety. From the moment we are born, our brains are wired to form connections, but these connections must feel secure. When caregivers respond inconsistently, dismissively, or unpredictably, the mind learns to protect itself. This protection can manifest as emotional caution, fear of rejection, or difficulty trusting others. Over time, these early patterns create a lens through which all social interactions are filtered. A person may genuinely desire friendship, yet the moment someone approaches them with warmth or interest, subtle alarm bells sound in the nervous system. Thoughts like, will they accept me, or, am I safe enough to open up, arise automatically, often before conscious reasoning has a chance to intervene. These responses are not deliberate, they are deeply ingrained survival mechanisms. They are the brain's way of saying, I want connection, but I need to protect myself. Consequently, social interactions can feel exhausting, even when they are positive, because the mind is simultaneously seeking closeness and scanning for potential threats. Understanding this dynamic is crucial. It shifts the perspective from self-blame to insight, revealing that the struggle to make friends is often a psychological echo of early life experiences rather than a personal failure. Many people who struggle to form friendships are not lacking intelligence, humor, or social awareness. In fact, they are often highly observant, sensitive, and psychologically vigilant, but this vigilance can become a hidden barrier to connection. Their minds are constantly scanning the environment, analyzing others' expressions, tone, and body language for signs of acceptance or rejection. Every word spoken is filtered through an internal checklist. Am I saying the right thing? Am I being too much or too little? Are they judging me? This hyper-awareness, while adaptive in some situations, interferes with the natural flow of social interaction. Instead of responding spontaneously, these individuals often overthink or overcorrect, making interactions feel tense or awkward both for themselves and others. Paradoxically, their desire to connect can amplify their caution. The more they want to be accepted, the more closely they monitor themselves, and the more cautious they become, creating a self-reinforcing cycle. This is why some people appear withdrawn or hard to reach, even when they desperately want companionship. It is not that they do not know how to engage, it is that their brains have trained them to prioritize safety over spontaneity. Recognizing this pattern reframes the struggle as a psychological strategy rather than a flaw, highlighting that their difficulty with friendship stems from heightened vigilance and self-protection, not from a lack of social skill or likability. The struggle to make friends is often misunderstood as weakness, shyness, or a lack of effort. Yet, as we've explored, it is deeply rooted in the mind's mechanisms for safety, trust, and vigilance, shaped by early experiences and reinforced over time. This understanding is powerful because it transforms self-blame into self-awareness. Connection is not a matter of forcing oneself to be better or more outgoing. It is about gently rewiring the nervous system to feel safe enough to reach out and allow others in. Every small step, every conversation, every shared laugh, every moment of vulnerability, is a triumph over the patterns that once held the mind back. For those who struggle to make friends, this is not a permanent sentence but an invitation, an opportunity to approach relationships with curiosity, patience, and compassion for oneself. The journey toward friendship begins not by changing who you are, but by understanding why you have been holding yourself apart, and then, courageously, choosing to step closer. In the end, the mind that once protected itself too fiercely can learn that connection is not danger, it is growth, fulfillment, and the quiet joy of belonging.